And unfortunately, once you wear it, it's your property. So you do have to pay us for that. How tall are you? I'm 5'5". Okay, let's watch this video.
In the past few years, live streamers have become some of the most famous and financially successful online creators. They usually have die-hard, cult-like fan bases who are willing to watch them sit at a desk for hours on end.
What? I don't like this description of like the average Twitch viewer being a cult-like following, huh? I know, like, I'm sorry. Wait. Bro, Dream exists. Okay. Okay? Bad faith? It's only been 12 seconds, man. It's only been 12 seconds. One of us. One of us. There are YouTubers with like much more insane audiences. I stand by my statement that like, I think everybody agrees.
Fans exist.
That's true. Thank you for the 18 months. Let's be real just for 2 seconds, guys. Let's just be very real. How cult-like your audience is depends on how much you cull. And for a lack of better words, maybe this isn't the best language to use. It's not the best like leftist language to use. But you have to remove the crazy people. Like there will be people that will join your stream or your audience or your community and they're like, dude, I love you so much. I would kill for you. It's like, huh? You know what? I'm actually doxing people for you right now. It's like, up. Just, I don't want that. I don't want that. And then usually when you say that to those people, they kind of like, they're like, but I'm doing this for you. Fuck you. And then they become like a hater. But like, I don't want those people. And then there are people who like actively try and get those people. You know what I mean? There are people who try and build cults on the internet. Either because they think it's cool or they think it's funny or whatever. Like, I feel like Dream stuff, to be fair, Dream is like gigantic, but I feel like Dream almost like he relishes in the fact that like there's a bunch of teenage girls that watch him. You know, like I think he like actively fosters or enjoys it. D is another one. Yeah. Athene is another one. Yep. Where like these people, or like Chris D'Elia, like these are people who actively seem to want a cult. And I feel like it's pretty hard to create one if you're not trying to actively make one. You know, it's very scary, scary stuff.
But there's a major cost that comes with this type of attention. Doxing, swatting, harassment, bullying, public scrutiny, obsessive fans, deepfakes, and even manipulation from corporate employees. Pokimane has been one of the top female streamers
This video is so sensationalized. Oh my god.
In a space that is very much dominated by men. At her peak, she was averaging 40,000 viewers, which is the equivalent of a sold-out Major League Baseball stadium in the United States. She has been subject to a lot of controversy in her near decade-long streaming career. Now, some of these incidents
Really? This holds 40,000 people?
Herself, but for a lot of them, she seems to be a pawn in a much bigger problem. And it's reached a tipping point, starting to realize that all the money might not be worth the risk to be in her position.
This music is so dramatic. All the money might
This
not be.
This content creator who I've only seen out of context clips deserves to be murdered or whatever. Watch their content. I'm not a soy boy cup.
Yeah. 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 There was that very weird guy who thought Hassan and Pokey were secretly together. It's just weird. It's just weird. I just don't understand. It's so weird. So weird. Also, what is this? Let me let him say it again.
He seems to be a pawn in a much bigger problem. And it's reached a tipping point, starting to realize
she seems to be a pawn in a much bigger tipping point or bigger problem, and it's reached a tipping. This music is so dramatic. Wolf is going to be in the Hassan stream talking about how the government does stuff. Oh shit, Pog. Why is Jerma there? A bigger question is, why is Summit here? This is Summit, right? I'm not getting my white men mistaken. Twitch will ban me for that. It's a hate crime. That's not Summit. Oh my god, it's Shroud. Oh, they look nothing alike. You know, maybe they should reconsider. I'm not wrong. Okay. I actually really thought it was. They don't even look similar. They like don't look similar at all. Not even a little. Not even remotely, actually. This is like just the Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel problem that I have, where I just can't remember people's names, especially if you have the same letters. It's tough for me, okay? I'm dyslexic or something. Smile.
Is that all the money might not be worth the risk to be in her position. Stay hydrated. Since the beginning of her career, Pokimane has been accused of having pretty privilege, which is essentially the idea that
Okay, this is so mean. This is so mean. Okay, we're only 1 minute in. Wow. But I just can't. The video is so serious. Since the beginning of her career, she's been accused of having pretty privilege, which is essentially, it's like, you don't have to say it that way. You can just say, people have attributed her success exclusively to her attractiveness. And while, yes, you can't deny that pretty privilege is real. And especially on Twitch, by the way, chat, which I'm going to be honest. I honestly got this thrifting plug. I wish I could tell you where I got it from. Nate, thank you. Thank you for the 10 gift subs. I stand by my opinion that you will not succeed on Twitch as a woman or as a female presenting person, or like femme presenting, excuse me, unless you are attractive. That there are male streamers that are unattractive that are famous, but that doesn't exist for women on Twitch. And I just don't believe that there are no unconventionally attractive but entertaining and funny female streamers. And I'm not even saying that there are like ugly streamers. I'm saying that there are things that we in our society consider attractive, and there are things that we consider conventionally unattractive, right? Obviously, all beauty standards are like completely fake. You know what I mean? But there are overweight male streamers, or even like obese male streamers. Nobody cares. Like, people might say shit to them, but they are still successful. That doesn't exist for females on the internet. doesn't happen. You know what I mean? Do you have pretty privilege? Is it real? Of course. Anyone who says pretty privilege isn't real is they just don't understand, I guess, how the world works. There is totally pretty privilege. I mean, you don't have to do face cam or stream in person. If you don't care about growing your stream, yeah. If you don't ever actually care about becoming a big streamer, yeah. There is only like 1 or 2 streamers ever, or at the very least recently, that have become big streamers despite not showing face. And I think that's like Lyric and like one other person. Oh, I guess unless you're doing VTubing. Yeah, if you do VTubing. What is this? I'm sorry, chat. Fucking breaking news for some bizarre reason. What the fuck is this? There's Illuminati on YouTube. Oh no, to be clear, I only think that about Twitch. I think you're allowed to be unconventionally attractive on YouTube, and it's fine because there's a much bigger female audience on YouTube. But I think if there is a male dominated audience, I think all of these successful people in that industry that are women have to be attractive. What is this? Why the clip literally did it get deleted? Here it is.
My pronouns are Z, Zem, Zir, and Zirs. I would refer to Mixed Cogdill. Mixed C is my teacher. Z
So cringe, bro.
multilingual.
I don't think I would want my kid in this
Cringe,
class. Am I reactionary? I wonder if Nathan.
Are we the bad guys?
Much easier to gain success at whatever you do. This argument definitely does have some truths, but it's often used to minimize the work that women or men have put in to gain all of their notoriety.
Why the fuck was I muted? Why was I muted? Sorry, I was saying this picture is so fucking funny to me. It looks like he got caught randomly. Like, it looks like someone turned the flash on and he's mad that he got a picture taken of him without his consent. He's like, "Are you taking pictures of me again, Will?" No. Deer in headlights, yeah.
Variety.
Rare Bigfoot sighting.
Pokimane has been streaming consistently for almost 10 years. She had amassed 20,000 followers on Twitch in
Wait, that's so cool. Pokey had a wheel? Oh my god.
2014 before graduating high school.
What a queen.
And although it seems like an easy job, being entertaining for hours on end, day in and day out, while sitting at a desk is very difficult. But she did benefit from the lack of competition. In 2014, Twitch only had around 300,000 daily active viewers. Her game of choice was League of Legends, which is
Ew.
still the most watched game of all time.
Isn't this crazy that League is so highly watched after, like, it's been out for a decade? Someone playing a shooter that's been out since CS or Halo compared to someone like Hassan trying to pick up a shooter from the jump is night and day. He'll never catch up to that. No, he can catch up. It's just that, like, in order to catch up in video games, you have to actually sit down and train, not sit down and play. I'm not sure how many people are familiar with the concept, but, like, you're not going to learn anything by spamming ranked games. You're not. That's not professional players, professional gamers who get paid money to play video games really well. They don't just play video games. A lot of the time is spent practicing. A lot of the time is spent re-watching to see what they did wrong. And then making sure they don't do that anymore. For the chess people, from my understanding, it's the same with chess. I don't play a lot of chess, but it's the same thing. You don't just play chess game after chess game after chess game. If you want to learn chess, fucking learn all the openings. Learn all the fucking how to end well. Learn, like, how to find stuff, you know? Like, you have to, like, rewatch your games and see every time you fucked up and see why you fucked up. Not just spam the games. It's like sports, yeah, like basketball players, they don't play basketball game after basketball game. They practice shooting. Maybe they practice dribbling. Maybe they practice, you know what I mean? It's the same thing. You're supposed to pick one thing, work on it, improve on it, get better at it, and then pick the next thing. Drills, exactly. And it's, so for example, like aiming, like playing Valorant. Valorant is, like, from my understanding, if someone maybe knows more than me, feel free to chime in. I don't play shooters like that. I don't play like CSGO or Valorant. I like arcade shooters that are faster paced. Like Apex or like Overwatch or whatever. But Valorant is like 99% aim and crosshair placement and map knowledge. That you should know where any person could be at any point in the map. You know how to peek every corner, and you have good crosshair placement, and you can actually aim and hit the shot. And those are all things that you can practice. Oh, spray patterns as well are another thing. If you wanted to do like the most cringe thing on the planet, you can just run like the silence pistol. I don't know what it's called. I don't fucking play. And just run just like something that doesn't have like spray patterns and just play that gun every time. And then you can learn the spray patterns. But like, it's like, I used to use a practice tool for jungle clear timings in League. Yeah, like that's another thing. Or like, yeah, League is another good example. Like, you should probably sit down and try and be able to like clear a wave before you just spam ranked games. If you can't even get every minion in your lane when you're not being fucking pushed, take a step back, go figure out how to fucking clear the wave so you can actually get all the CS and then go back, okay? If you can't even get the CS when you're not being attacked, big problems are happening, right? So there is a way to improve at a game really fast. And Hassan, if he wanted to be good at Valorant, he could totally do it. I don't think he has like some gaming deficiency. But it would require him to sit down and do like hours of aim practice every day, which Poki has admitted that she does. Poki has talked about it. She says like, I think it happened during all the Fedmeister stuff. Fedmeister was like, Poki works so hard. Like if she's not streaming, she's sitting down trying to get better at playing video games, or sitting down trying to improve her content, or sitting down trying to do this. Like you actually have to sit down and improve all the different aspects, not just fucking spam. You know what I mean? At pro level, on top of that, it's like 5 people of coordination, strats, comp, and a bunch of other shit. Oh, of course. League gives people brain bugs. It's true. Zahn does not have enough spoons left over after stream to train his aim. Honestly, you're not wrong. I barely have enough time. Literally inventing punishment wheels, yeah. I hate to say it, but Poki is the G word. She is a gamer. She is. Need to play more deathmatch? Oh yeah, of course, yeah. That also helps as well. But anyways, we'll go back to the video. I don't think that like, I think Hassan could hit diamond if he wanted to in Valorant. I just think that the time commitment from him isn't worth it. Like he is a very famous, very big, popular streamer. Him becoming better at video games doesn't really help him. With his schedule, he doesn't even really like the game. Yeah, I mean, he plays it mostly to like hang out with like, what? Like Fusli and like Saikuno and Valkyrie and stuff, right? So yeah. League is so toxic, though. Yeah, League is really toxic. League is so toxic. I was hating a little bit, maybe much, honestly. Go for it, dude. Be a hater. Blau too. Yeah. Okay.
time on Twitch, by a lot. A young woman who was genuinely interested in the game at that time was extremely rare. On top of being entertaining with her audience and good at the game, she was destined for success. And of course, the way she looked didn't hurt. Many of her followers were likely men who felt like they could hang around a girl who plays their favorite game, watches anime, and understands meme culture. She was every Reddit and Discord mod's dream girl. Some of her fans would send her hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars for a brief interaction, to say their name and thank them for their generosity. These men are often referred to as simps, and they can get extremely out of control. Simp is a slang insult for men who are seen as too attentive and submissive to women, especially out of a failed hope of winning some entitled sexual attention or activity from them. The word simp is actually banned on Twitch because it's seen as bullying, but it's likely banned because Twitch profits so much from these men that they want to do everything they can to protect them. And in return, Poki is the one who gets blamed because she doesn't shame these men for giving her money. A video titled "Simp Willingly Goes..."
You don't want to like share the fact that like Pokey lurker, but sometimes I just can't shut the fuck up. You don't want to share the fact that she literally maxes out her dono. Like in this chat right now, there's no limit on donos. You can dono whatever amount of dollars you want. And Pokey said actively, by the way, no, you are not allowed to donate more than $5 to my stream. There is a max limit to how much you can donate on my stream. I already make enough money off of brand deals and sponsorships and all this other shit. I don't need more money from you guys. That shows way more credibility on her part than literally anyone else. I don't think I've even ever heard of another streamer doing that. I haven't heard of a single other streamer that has done that ever. And like, how many of you in chat would even do that? Rosa, thank you for the tier 1. Thank you. How many of you in here would be like, yeah, you're not allowed to donate that much money to me? I feel like 99% of us in here would be like, maybe even more, maybe everyone in here would be like, no, if people want to donate that much, they can donate that much. And if they don't want to, they don't have to. If you want to donate $500, fucking donate $500. I'm not going to turn them off. And she was just like, no, I'm tired of these accusations against me that I'm like ruining men's lives, that I'm doing this or I'm doing that or whatever. You can't donate more than $5 on my stream.
Deno, I got a new job working for the USPs. From now I will only be doing Fed posting.
Wait, really, Girk?
Denim balls.
That's fucking sick. Thank you for the 27 months, by the way, Girk. It's interesting to me that YouTube streamers have made their subs members $1 a month instead of $5.
Denims Cheddar here, reporting for simp duty and donating the maximum allowed amount.
Radsack, thank you for the $5 dono. That's I don't know, man. I'd argue it is an investment when you're committed to the cause, as Hassan is. I mean, I don't think she's committed to the cause. I think the reason she capped it was because she just didn't want to see people saying that she encourages simp behavior or whatever. She was tired of it.
Was Homeless for Pokimane was uploaded in May of 2020 by It's a Gundam, which used several examples of interactions between Pokimane fans to highlight just how dangerously obsessed some of them appear to be. It's a Gundam came across grown men committing the heinous crime of sad cringe. I'm kinda short on savings, but I'll defo get $500 to drop this week, LMAO. Hope she sees this and knows I love her and miss her. Then
Is this real?
somebody replies, only $500? Pathetic. Get your bread up.
Is this not just a joke response? Is it? I don't know if it's real or not. I literally don't know. It was a joke. No shot that it's real. I just don't.
Pride 100, Pride 100, Pride 100.
Denims, here is my entire life savings. I'll find a way without it feels strong, man.
I don't know. If anyone wants to post like a source or something, I would appreciate it.
Only 500 pennies.
Soul, thank you for the 13 ones. Thank you. Thank you, Pop. I would need a source on this. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is real. I don't know.
Up. OP. I got evicted.
Also, wait, really quickly. How is this Pokey's fault? Is he saying that? No, but I'm saying that people do say that. I'm not saying that he specifically is saying that. He is kind of blaming Pokey a little. He's saying that like Poki's behavior makes men interested in her, which is bad because these men give away their life savings. You know what I mean? Like he's saying that she's enabling them a little bit. Which is
DNM,
kind of
I
weird.
heard Pokey once beat a whole class of kindergarteners to death using baby seals to make hair rollers from their bones.
I want to know what happened between me and I don't know what this means.
Please leave Gundam out of this. It's suffered enough as a franchise.
What is this chatter? There's some chatter in chat. I don't know. I'm sorry, bro. I just want to say really quickly. I don't know who Riley is, and I don't know who Will is. I don't know who these people are. I don't. That doesn't help me. This doesn't help me. Portland, this doesn't help me at all. I don't know what this means. It sounded like you were talking about me earlier. I was not. I don't know who you are. I was not. I wish you the best of luck. I don't know who these people are. I don't know what's happening. I've just been talking about this video. Okay. I'm going to go back to the video. I don't know what that's about, man. Okay. Good luck. Or I'm sorry that happened for you, or I'm happy for you. I don't. Okay. We're going back to the video. I didn't say that you're mad. I'm just telling you, I don't know. I'm confused. All right. We're going back to the video.
Because I was 4 months behind on rent, so yeah, I don't know. I'll see if I can sleep behind a Starbucks so I can use the free Wi-Fi and donate the rest of my money.
We live in a day and age.
Also, I'm going to say something, chat. I'm going to say something. Wasn't there like an entire gimmick on Trainwreck's show or like his stream or whatever for like the longest time where he would do this like shtick, which by the way, it was shameless and it was efficient, but he would do this shtick of like, guys, if you donate, we just need to get 10 more gift subs. We just need to get 30 more subs. We need to get 30 more subs and something crazy is going to happen. And then they would get the 30 subs and they'd be like, okay, guys, 100 more subs and something really crazy is going to happen. And then they would get another 100 subs and then nothing would happen. And then he would just do that over and over and over again. I don't know why. I feel like there are more egregious examples of like people using their platform irresponsibly in financial ways than Pokimane existing on the internet. You know? A fool and his money are soon parted. All the big streamers promote subbing and dono, but only women get shit for it. It's so weird. It's like really weird. I don't understand.
Where men are shaming each other.
Yeah, Train was using the rocking and rolling strat.
For not giving a woman who's already a millionaire the last bit of money they have.
Also, she wasn't a millionaire at this time.
Welcome to 2020. It is a horrible time in history.
Pokimane reacted to It's a Gundam video and dismissed all the embarrassing tweets as fake. And still to this day, it's...
I mean, this seems like a joke tweet. Only 500 pathetic, get your bread up. This seems like a joke tweet. Ass Whisper, thank you for the 3 gift subs. Thank you.
unclear if the tweets were real or not. Even if they were fake, it sadly isn't too far from the mentality of some men that watch her streams.
What is this video?
But Poki committed a YouTube cardinal sin, going after the sponsor of the video.
I actually can't believe anyone would sponsor these shenanigans.
She got a lot of heat from YouTubers for this, since it's considered a low blow to go after someone's livelihood because she didn't like the content. The situation is ironic.
God, these people are so cringe. Like that is the most lukewarm take on the planet. That is literally it. She gave the most room temperature blow or take. And these people were like, this was a massive blow on my success and my audience. And how dare you do this to me, Poki-chan? She just had an opinion. She was just like, I'm surprised that there are sponsors for content like this. Who is sponsoring a video that's just filled with lies? That's weird. That's so crazy. Have you really only made it 4 minutes into the video? I get here. Okay, I come here every morning. I try and deliver and I try and do my best. Okay? I don't need this negativity in my fucking chat. Okay, I'm trying my damn fucking best. Right?
Because Gundam was also kind of going after Poki's livelihood by bullying people that pay her money. Even if these men have extremely unrealistic expectations, Poki was defending her fans, which seems like what most people would do in that situation. Either way, she apologized.
I want to sincerely apologize to both It's a Gundam and to the sponsor of that video for the remarks and comments that I made.
I can't believe the internet forced her to fucking apologize for this shit. Can you imagine, chat? Can you imagine being in... I know that she has to. It's the same thing with, like... Do you guys remember when the internet forced fucking 39 Daft to apologize for anti-white behavior? Because she was making fun of white people cuisine? And I'm going to say something, chat. I'm going to say something, and this might be... I have no idea if this is a hot take or a room temperature take. Is she wrong? Let's all be clear for 2 seconds. All of the amazing American food is Southern comfort food. And I promise you, more than 90% of Southern comfort food was not invented by white people. Okay? It wasn't. It was invented by black people, and white people stole it. Okay? Fucking the South fucking loves to be racist, and they love to eat food made by not them. Okay? Right? From the South, fucking true? Yeah. All right. I just want to be honest with you guys, okay? Because, like, don't get me wrong. I enjoy myself a nice mac and cheese, but can we all admit that mac and cheese inherently is mostly an unseasoned food? Or like potato salad. I like potato salad, but can we all agree that it is not a seasoned food? It's just potato and like mayo, okay? I'm not saying that it's bad food. I'm just saying it's not seasoned food, okay? All right. And all of the good seasoned food is like Cajun food or Southern food. And most of that we stole, okay? Specifically from Black Americans, all right? And that's all she said. That's it. That's all she said. All right? You don't season your mac and cheese? Maybe you are white. I don't eat mac and cheese. I only eat mac and cheese if, like, I'm going out somewhere and I'm getting, like, I don't know, like a steak or something else. You know what I mean? And let's be real. 90%, if not 99% of the mac and cheese that people are eating is not seasoned. Yeah, you can make a really, really fire barbecue chicken, mac and cheese that is nice and seasoned with some paprika, salt, pepper, maybe some spices, etc. 99% of what people are making is like mac and cheese out of a Kraft box, okay? Let's just be real. Okay, let's just all be honest with ourselves really quickly, okay? You got to bake it? Oh, obviously, yeah. Add some pepper and ketchup to your mac and cheese? I don't know about all that. But honestly, that's how I feel when people, you know what, always like, I don't know how to feel about the fact that when you order eggs in some places, they give you ketchup. I disagree. I disagree with the egg ketchup combo. I know people live by it and they love it and stuff. It's not for me. It's not for me. Okay? It's just not for me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I love egg ketchup. I know people love egg ketchup. It's not for me. My girlfriend eats her mac and cheese with ketchup. Any kind of eggs too. Oh Oh my God. She's got a ketchup addiction. I don't know. Also, I might be biased because I have like acid reflux, okay? And ketchup is very acidic. Is this, I can't tell if this is a joke or not. Is this real? Are you being serious? If you're just joking, please tell me that you're just joking. Probably unrelated, but I'm at work and I'm watching you. Earlier, there was a guy that saw my screen and went out of his way to rush to my desk and be like, oh, thank God, I thought you were watching Pokimane. Poke derangement syndrome is real. This is a joke, right? I don't even know what to say. That's crazy. That's so insane. I don't even know what to say about that. Jesus. Anyways, yeah, I think this is silly. Apologizing for having an opinion on the internet.
I completely understand people's concern for going after someone else's livelihood.
But this wasn't the first time she had to apologize. There was another controversy that resurfaced from
Oh my
2014 where
God.
she said the N-word.
Nick, you ain't funny.
Yes. A 16-year-old a decade ago said the N-word.
Maybe.
And apologized multiple times.
Boring as fuck. And lame as hell. Cause only lame say that shit.
She immediately took to Twitter to try and explain herself. Hard for me to speak on this clip's context because it's so old. I'm almost 23 and was underage in that clip, but it was definitely not said in a racist or derogatory manner, she said, adding, it was a time period and environment where saying it was more common and used as a replacement for dude, and I've never said it in a racist way, hard R either. Almost everyone below this tweet rallied in support for Pokimane, pointing out that this expose seemed like digging up old irrelevant clips of someone with the sole purpose of publicly humiliating them out of spite. However, as Pokimane became more and more popular, this clip resurfaced often.
You're literally resurfacing it right now.
For the second time in 2020.
I've commented on this in the past, but honestly, my statement or comments then weren't even good enough, even though people were very understanding. I just want to make it clear that I am genuinely so sorry if I hurt.
Can I say something? It feels like 99.99999% of the people that pull that clip up they don't actually care that she said it. They just want to make a dig at her. Like, they don't actually care about people saying the N-word. They just want something to use against her. And that's it. This is really funny. It's too bad for Pokey that no other 16-year-old has ever said the N-word. It's like dog, okay? 16-year-olds, they're barely people. Okay? They're barely people, okay? Now, it would be a different story if she doubled down and said, like, you know what? I'm going to say the N-word even more now. I'd be like, a bold strategy. Let's see how it plays out. You know? But if you are a leftist, okay, and you are pro rehabilitation and you are pro people changing for the better and becoming more poggers or whatever, and this 16-year-old did the wrong thing, said the N-word live on stream back when the internet was a cesspool. By the way, I think a lot of people forget the shit show that was the internet a decade ago. Let's all be clear here. Like, the shit that people said and did a decade ago online. It's crazy. It was crazy, dude. It was like, literally, it was insane. All right? People forget what old Twitter was like, old Twitch was like, old YouTube, you know? It was like, it was very like normal to do that. Like, it was, no one was upset. No one was weirded out by it. No one cared. Which, again, by the way, I'm not saying that she should have said it. I'm not saying that it was okay. I'm just saying, can we please recognize the context? You know, that she apologized multiple times. She hasn't done it since. And she actually has like a stream that tries to foster a positive community for people regardless of their gender, age, race, whatever. Like, what more do you people want? You know what I mean? What more? you know?
Or offended anyone with what I said. I really wish I could go back in time and change the past. Unfortunately, I can't, but I do hope that my behavior in regards to language for the last couple of years and onwards will speak for itself.
Keep in mind, at this point in 2020, she was easily the largest female Twitch streamer and one of the top streamers, period. She is now an owner of...
I would argue that, like, yeah, I think, like, currently right now, Emiru gets the most viewers as a female streamer. I think she's the biggest female streamer by viewership, but I'm pretty sure Pokimane is still, like, the biggest female streamer on the platform, just based on, like, influence and reach. Because I feel like everybody knows who Poki is. I feel like people who don't even watch Twitch know who Poki is.
Line TV, which is essentially a streamer production house consisting of her friends that create content together and individually. They all work together and use their network to grow everyone's social media presence. And at the time, all of the biggest streamers were collaborating with each other to play the game Among Us. Everything that she was doing was being very meticulously watched and analyzed. This is when a large amount of hate started pouring in. People expressed their disdain for Pokimane, saying her personality was fake, forced, and
Oh my god, dude. I'm on the Exploitation of Denims part 53 and I still have 0 subs. Sad. Oh gosh. I think this is the weirdest criticism of Poki, by the way. Poki is that one girl in middle school who is so damn quirky, ooh, bubbly, and everyone loves her except you. And you can't say you hate her because people will get mad because she's just so ooh, and you're a horrible person. Huh? Pokimane is basically the one girl who posts pictures of herself saying she's ugly to fish for compliments and gets offended when someone agrees. They're just like inventing people to get mad at. Oh my god. She's like that girl in high school that developed early, knew she was attractive, and made that her one and only personality trait forever. I just don't know what to say about this. This is so weird. What do you mean developed early? Isn't Poki pretty upfront about being flat-chested? Like, what? I'm going to say something. I think people underestimate, like, I think Poki is entertaining. I don't really watch a lot of streams in general, but anytime I get one of her YouTube shorts recommended to me, I watch it. It's always been entertaining. I have yet to watch, like, one of them that I'm like, I'm so annoyed that I click off. Or like that I'm so bored that I click off. They're pretty funny. She's pretty entertaining to have as like a stream. And she also doesn't do a lot of the annoying things that a lot of streamers do. She doesn't chew into the microphone. Okay? She doesn't have any like random shit that is really loud on the stream. Like you don't have to worry about your ears getting blasted randomly. She plays video games pretty well. Stop. Why is it doing this? Yeah, this is weird, man. This is really weird. Poki was playing early game and got fed and snowballed into late and it's still viable late game.
and only saying and doing things to fit what she thinks her brand should be. I think it's also worth mentioning that people expect YouTubers and streamers to be 100% themselves because they give off this assumption that they are normal people and not actors.
I'm going to say something else as well. It's impossible as a streamer to be yourself perfectly every single time. Like, I have had a realization over the past, I don't know, few days or whatever, that how do I explain it in good words? I have created like a persona accidentally by becoming a streamer. And now I'm mad because I want to be her, but I am her, but I'm not her. I'm really angry about it. So like I can get on stream and it's easy for my brain to compartmentalize and be like, oh, well, that's just like, you know what it is, chat? Actually, I figured it out. The reality is that when I stream, I am not getting immediate facial feedback from chat. So I don't know if I'm posting cringe or not, which means I get to just be me. Like I get to just be like the most extreme, most talkative, most absurd version of me. Whereas normally when I'm talking to people, I'm constantly having like social anxiety breakdowns and I'm just like, am I being cringe? Am I not being cringe? Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I should say that. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe, you know what I mean? And it's gotten to the point where I've realized that I'm way more talkative, entertaining, and comfortable streaming than I am in real life. And I don't know how to feel about it. It's like, I think it's inevitable that it happens. You know? Imagine if you could see our faces like a gigantic Zoom call. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Everyone acts even in regular social situations. Yeah. Have you never tried to like be cooler to get like, to like make new friends or something? Like I think most people would relate to this. I am a pretty, I don't want to say laid back, but I'm pretty chill in real life. And like, I will default to not saying anything. Like if I'm in a group of people, if I do exactly what I want, like I go full autopilot, I will sit there and be like, oh, that was pretty funny. Yeah. Oh, it's been 5 hours already. Well, time to go home. And I have to actively not do that, right? Because I'm like, that's boring. I don't want to be a boring person. I want to contribute. I don't want to be the one person in the room that's saying nothing and doing nothing. So I actively force myself. I'm like, okay, we're going to go for like 10 social interactions this time. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. You know what I mean? And the worst thing, I don't know how many people relate to this. The worst thing about being the quiet person, okay? It's that when you finally want to say something, everyone turns their head and looks. So if you've gone like an hour without saying something, when you finally do say something, it's like the most nerve-wracking thing on the planet. It's like, oh, what are you saying? And the room goes completely silent. And you're like, I don't want to talk anymore. I don't want to talk anymore. Why are all of you looking at me? OMG, she spoke. Oh, she talks. Please. Please. The only thing worse than that is when you finally speak up to say something, but you weren't loud enough. So you started your sentence and no one heard you. And now you don't know if you should repeat yourself or just like disappear into the void. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm giving all of you trauma right now. I don't know why I'm reliving all of chat's trauma right now. Oh God. But I don't feel that way when I'm streaming, I guess. Like on stream, I feel like I can say the stupidest things I want on stream and nobody cares. Like I feel like I can talk about shit and be like, I can say something so dumb and it's just funny. It doesn't matter. Like I don't have to worry about it. Whereas in real life, I almost feel like I have to censor myself because I'm scared that I'm not going to be cool, or like I'm scared that what I'm going to say is going to be cringe or whatever, which sucks. Or you say something in the middle of it, they say what, and you just crumble. Oh my God. Oh my God. God, so frustrating. When you raise your voice a little because you're quiet normally, but no one was listening, so now they think you're yelling. It's fucking terrible. I disagree with this notion that like this streamer is lying because they're not exactly the way that they are online as they are off the internet. And that's kind of like, why are you lying to everyone? It's like, what? Huh?
But it's almost always an enhanced version of themselves. Like my second channel is just me wearing goofy glasses and being overly animated. I mean, that is me or a side of me, but it also has elements of a character. But her N-word controversy would resurface again in 2022, and this time it took a twist nobody could have ever predicted. This controversy involves the very popular comedy YouTuber Gideon, who was just starting up his Twitch account in January of 2022. Gideon is known for being a troll, but his intentions are pure. He reacted to a video of Pokimane saying,
"This is so biased. What do you mean his intentions are pure? Oh my God, that is the most... This is such crazy bias reporting. Wait, what the fuck? Why are you priming your audience? I feel like the way that he's described Pokey this entire time, he was like, now a lot of people say, is this screenshot fake or not? I don't know, but it doesn't change the fact that Pokey probably does have simps. And then talking about Gideon. But he is a good person, though. He's a good person. He's a good person. What do you mean, bro? You can't put he's a troll and he's good and pure in the same sentence, okay?
N-word. Then he tweeted the video. Then 1 week later, on January 13th, Gideon goes live to more than 10,000 viewers. He had more viewers than Pokimane after his first week on the platform. So he instructed his viewers to go to her stream and spam the phrase L plus ratio, which was his way of trolling and bragging to her. Pokimane was simply minding her business. So why did he go after her? Well, because she is known as the Queen of Twitch, and trolling her is kind of a meme. But militarizing his audience...
I'm going to say something. A lot of people on the internet need to learn what trolling is. A lot of people on the internet do not know what trolling is. They have no understanding, and they think trolling is just being an asshole. Do you know what trolling is? Very good friend of mine, Lana. She tweeted something, or maybe she made a TikTok. I don't remember the origins, but she tweeted basically saying like, you know, it's very ableist that people say that you need to be a good driver to be on the road. You know, not all of us are good drivers. And just because you aren't a good driver, you should still be able to be on the road. And she got so many people who thought that she was being serious. So many people. And then she would respond and she'd be like, she'd read one, they'll be like, no, you're a hazard to the road. Oh, so let me get this straight. Because I can't drive well, you think it's okay to segregate me from the streets. How about you think about what you're saying for just 2 seconds, you know? And she just kept going and people just fall for it like crazy. It's so fucking funny. That is trolling someone. Trolling someone into getting angry about something that isn't real, that doesn't hurt anyone. And then they feel and look like an idiot afterwards. That's what trolling is, okay? That is how trolling works, okay? Hating on drunk drivers is bigoted towards neurodivergent people. Some people need alcohol to cope with trauma, okay? And they need to get to places even if they are currently coping by using alcohol. And it's so funny. It's so funny to watch these people commit like 10 times over. And they're just so sure that you're wrong. They didn't even consider for a second that like a person could be making a joke. That's funny to troll. Going into someone's chat and spamming L ratio, I don't get what the joke is. I didn't realize trolling is a fishing term. You tempt the fish by reeling them in with bait. All makes sense when you know the original meaning. What? Like, how is that a troll? The joke is you think we're spamming L ratio because you fell off, but really we're spamming L ratio because you fell off. What? There's nothing, what's funny about it? You're just being mean to someone. You know, that's just you kind of being mean to someone else. Like, that's not funny. I don't understand what the punchline is, you know? But don't worry, guys, because his intentions are pure.
Known as hate raiding, which is against TOS on Twitch. As she's getting flooded with spam, people start telling her that it's coming from Gideon, to which he gets mad at them for snitching. And then he says this.
If you're from Pokimane, if you're from Pokimane's chat, and you have a penis, I'm gonna tell you this right now. She is not gonna you, bro. I don't care how much you donated. I don't care how many hours you watch her. She is not gonna you, bro. She has a man's. Bro, you probably don't want to hear this. You probably don't want to hear this. But I'm sorry. I'm going to break the fourth wall. And spoiler alert, she's getting down every night by another nigga. She is getting down, deep stroked.
Don't worry, guys. His intentions are pure. Him explicitly describing Pokimane having sex with people, that's pure intentions if I've ever seen it. This is pure intentions, guys. Pure.
Balls deep.
Oh, no.
Balls banging on the wall.
No.
Every night.
Pokimane responded to the harassment by saying whoever was responsible, if you get banned, I'm not going to be sad, and then ended her stream. But the story gets a little weirder when Ninja somehow got alerted about what was happening, and he got in contact with Gideon to let him know that he was screwed.
I promise you guys, there's literally nothing I can do.
Ninja was right. Once Twitch became aware of the incident, they banned Gideon for 14 days, which later turned into a permanent ban following an appeal prior to his 14-day ban period. People suspected that Gideon received such a harsh consequence because Pokimane is regarded as Twitch's golden child that they will do anything to protect. After Gideon updated his social media followers on the state of his Twitch account, people instantly began blaming Poki. Pokimane clarified the following day that she had nothing to do with Gideon's ban and claimed that Gideon and his fans were targeting her because she's a woman. The reason Pokimane mentioned her gender is that during Gideon's stream, he taunted Poki's male audience and told them no matter how much they donated, Poki wasn't going to sleep with them. Ludwig chimed in on this and basically said that this is just something Pokimane has to deal with.
Do is have sex with Poki, which, you know, it sucks. That's how
it doesn't just suck. It's not fucking okay. I'm so tired of people acting like it just sucks and it's unlucky. And it just is what it is. I don't want to be in an industry where that just sucks. I do not.
Also, Poki has literally opened up and talked about this, and she said, Elwig, Poki's literally talked about this. She's opened up and said she doesn't want to have a primarily male audience. She's tired of it. She's tired of people saying this about her. She's tired of people saying that she makes money off of simps. She's tired of people saying that she lures men in. She's tired of it. She doesn't want it anymore. Like, she literally doesn't want it. And that's why she's moved away from streaming. I think now she streams like 2-3 days a week, and she's like, I'm going to go to YouTube where my primarily female fan base can watch me instead. Because I don't even want you fuckers. I don't want a single person in my chat donating money because they think they want to date me. I don't want that. I've never wanted that. I never will want that. Like, literally, chat, talk to any sex worker, okay? Talk to any sex worker. All right? And ask them if they would rather have a female audience or a male audience. And then come back to me. Pokimane is mid. Always has been. Okay, post-faced. Post-faced then.
Not want it to be is anymore. Please, yes, thank you. I can't even English anymore. I'm so sick of this shit.
There seemed to be a huge divide. A lot of men thought Poki was being overly dramatic, and Ludwig was just pointing out the reality of sexism that exists on Twitch. But others thought Poki's frustration is justified, as she is constantly being sexualized day in and day out when she's just a girl who plays video.
What do you mean other people think this? There's only one correct opinion, which is people harass her for no reason. They feel the need to comment on her attractiveness. They feel the need to comment on her video game prowess. They feel the need to comment on how funny she is or how entertaining she is or all of this shit. Just leave her alone. She's just playing video games, dude. Just leave her the fuck alone. Like, it's so weird.
Video games. But some people are convinced that Pokimane is lying and that she purposely tries to appear single to maintain her innocent and single persona.
I'm going to say something else. I will never, and I would never, and I don't think anyone should ever publicize their relationship on stream or on YouTube or anything. I do not want the fucking... I'm sorry. And if I was Pokimane, that's like triple that. Fucking... Here, chat. You guys are like... Maybe there are people in chat who are like, I think she should have to disclose. I think she should have to disclose whether or not, like, she's in a relationship. Because, like, what if I want to date her and I don't know that she's in a relationship? And then now I'm, like, wasting my time and blah, 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 blah. Listen, this is what I'm going to tell you. Okay, chat? When you open up your relationship to the internet, this is what you fucking get. ST Peach posted this in 2019, but it was picking up some traction recently because it was posted by the Ask Aubrey channel. And it says, it literally blows my mind that so many people are still this racist. For the record, Jay is the most amazing, funny, caring, sweet, and understanding person I've ever met. He treats me and others with respect. I can't wait to have cute-ass mixed babies with him. And it's a picture of ST Peach with her mans. This is the whole picture. This is it. And on Instagram, when she posted this, is this a joke? What is that little baby dick? I'm not going to say this. Doing with that hottie? Has evolution gone backwards? Is this dude rich or something? How is that 10 out of 10 hottie with a small dick Asian that's a 3 at best? Pass your beauty to the next generation, marry white men, and make your ancestors proud of you. If this was Pokey, imagine this, but 10 times worse. There is a reason that people who already get so much hatred on the internet don't post their relationship status. This is disgusting. Yeah. Yeah, it is. He's not even bad looking. The dude looks fine. I saw this and when I saw this picture, I was like, oh, they look so cute. This is such a cute picture. And then I thought, wow, this guy's sharing free fit pictures. And then I was like, well, let's see what the comments are like. And this is the last thing I would have expected. Letting the little piglets out. I just don't understand, I don't understand why people are confused that women on the internet, or even men for that matter, don't publicize their relationship. I think I was talking to she's not a content creator, but she dated a content creator for a little bit and they like broke up, and she told me that she would read every single day. She would read posts of people saying like, oh, you should go KYS. Oh, this YouTuber should be with this person. Oh, you're ugly, blah, blah, blah. This YouTuber can do so much better, blah, blah, blah. And she was telling me that like this happens to literally every single person who dates a big content creator. That like Markiplier's wife or girlfriend, I think, receives like unbelievable amounts of harassment every day. Because she's dating other people's favorite YouTuber. It gets worse. I read comments under her and Jay pictures all the time. It's just weird. I see shoes in her room. Yeah. Like, it is completely valid, completely fair for you as a content creator to not have to disclose your fucking relationship status. Especially considering that you don't want to, because you don't want people to go and harass your partner who's just a person. Do you guys remember when like Mizkif and Maya broke up, and literally if you went to Maya's chat, the only thing happening every single day was people bringing it up? What the fuck? Brooke AB gets that shit? Like, you know, Maya almost quit streaming then and there, yeah. Or like Ethan and Ela too, yeah. It's just people like, I think people underestimate how it feels to have like a screenshot of you that is unflattering get spread everywhere on the internet because people are trying to ridicule you because they don't like that you're dating someone that they like. Like, what the fuck? And I think that it's fair to say, I don't want this to be public. I never want this to be public. I don't want anyone to ever bother me about this. And I don't want my partner to have to deal with this harassment. Because I signed up for the harassment by becoming a public figure. They didn't.
If men assume that she's single, their parasocial bond increases, and they are more likely to send her gifts and money if they truly believe that one day she might notice them. Or maybe she just wants to keep her private life private, like everyone else. But before Gideon would end up apologizing for his behavior, things took an insane twist. Ninja brought up the situation again when people were in his chat begging him to try to help Gideon get unbanned. In order to get viewers to stop spamming, he claims that he texted his partner manager to help him out.
Alright. I sent the text. I don't promise a goddamn thing.
Pokimane did not like this.
Seeing him on a call with Ninja and Ninja like allied with him and saying, oh, like, I'll try to make sure your ban isn't too bad.
That's a little weird.
Then she tweeted, "It baffles me when other streamers don't stand up against blatant harassment or misogyny." While discussing all of this on a live stream, Ninja DM'd Poki and let her know that he didn't actually contact his representative at Twitch. We only know this because Poki shared the DM to her audience while she was streaming, with the final words being, "You're making a big mistake." This appeared to be a threat, which was kind of confirmed by a second
I remember this. This was so weird.
DM from Ninja's wife saying that they are considering everything Poki was saying as defamation of character and they are getting their legal team involved. But these threats never really amounted to anything. Gideon privately and publicly apologized to Pokimane, asking his supporters to stop harassing her social media accounts. He says his actions were corny and he was being petty. Pokimane responded by accepting his apology, and they even did a collaboration together and consider each other friends to this day. It's pretty clear that Gideon made a mistake, owned up to his mistake, and the person who was the victim in the situation forgave him. But Twitch still has banned Gideon, and they do not plan on allowing him to come back to their platform. Free Gideon, y'all. But Pokimane's overreaction to being sexualized and harassed for being a woman reached a tipping point recently that made—
What do you mean overreaction? What do you mean overreaction? I'm gonna lose it, dude. I'm gonna freaking fucking lose it, chat. I'm gonna lose it.
May just have her ready to quit. Twitch streamer Brandon Ewing, known online as Atrioc, accidentally exposed himself after exiting a game he was streaming and allowing viewers to see all the tabs he had open on his screen, one of which was a website that had deepfake pornographic content. The website featured deepfakes of fellow female streamers such as Pokimane, Maya Higa, QT Cinderella, and many more.
Why did he say it like that? QT Cinderella.
Though Atrioc quickly switched tabs without trying to draw attention to them, it was too late. Screen grabs were taken and shared across the internet. Atrioc issued a tearful apology, stating that this is not a pattern of behavior, but that he fell down an AI rabbit hole at 2 a.m. one morning and ended up on the site. However, the website charges $15 a month to watch the provided content, meaning that Atrioc must have intentionally created an account and entered his credit card.
Why is he saying this like it's a crazy breakthrough or something? Why is he describing it as if he personally figured this information out when Atrioc literally admitted that he said, yeah, I paid for it and I shouldn't have done it and I don't know what the fuck else to say. But he's breaking it down like he's like, but you will never believe it. This website requires a paid subscription, which means that Atrioc had to have bought the paid subscription. It's like, what? Just what? Why are you phrasing this like you're a journalist and you cracked the case or something? I don't.
Willingly. Atrioc, who is married, made the apology video along with his wife, who was also crying. What made the situation even creepier is that he's friends with some of the women featured on the site, with some having already responded. Streamers like QT Cinderella and Sweet Anita spoke out against the deepfake pornography on their respective Twitter accounts, with QT Cinderella expressing the pain that she's facing in the wake of such horrors on a Twitch stream. Female streamers are continuously finding themselves being sexualized without their consent. They are often harassed for simply being a woman within the streaming community, and this is just one more way that they are denied their basic humanity by having these deepfakes of themselves in a sexually explicit manner put on the internet, with very little they can do about it. According to Matthew B. Kugler, a professor of law at Northwestern University—
Imagine your name Kugler. Imagine your parents' name was Kugler.
Since deepfakes began appearing online in 2015, they've become more convincing every year, growing in quality and quantity. Research by Sensity AI, a company that monitors deepfakes, found in 2018 that 90 to 95% of deepfakes were non-consensual porn, which Kugler explained could be traumatic for the victim. A 2019 report from DeepTrace, a technology research company, found that 99% of pornographic deepfakes featured female celebrities. Psychotherapist Lisa Sanfilippo, whose expertise includes sexual trauma, told Insider that creating false pornographic images is a major violation. She said that for the victim, seeing images of yourself or images that are falsified to look like you in acts that you might find reprehensible, scary, or that would only be for your personal life can be very destabilizing, even traumatizing.
Like I've said it before and I'll say it again, chat, but like your brain is not prepared to read or see things about you that aren't real. Your brain is not made to like handle that. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. I don't know how, like, what better words to use. Your brain isn't made to see content that is negative of you as frequently as it happens to Pokey. And like, as terrible as it is, it's just like, it's not made for that shit. It's like getting blamed for a crime you didn't commit, but every day. Any people in chat with siblings who got blamed for stuff that you didn't commit and you never got, like, justice? One of your siblings was like, no, they broke it. And you're like, no, I didn't. And your mom doesn't believe you. And it, like, still haunts you to this day. You're like, I can't believe I fucking got in trouble for that. And I didn't even fucking do it. Imagine that, but that's your life every day about the most insane shit every minute of your, like, it's not, your brain isn't made to deal with that.
There is no ability to give consent there. Basically, everyone agrees that deepfakes are mostly going to be used for bad things. And because of this, people are starting to understand why Pokimane and other female streamers are fed up with being sexualized. Because all of those overreactions have built up to this deepfake stuff, which is being denounced by everyone. Pokimane didn't really address the deepfakes as closely as others. She seems really fed up with the constant over-sexualization of her and her peers. And it's not just coming from her obsessive fans, it's also coming from Twitch employees. Just a few months ago, Pokimane opened up to viewers during a live stream about a well-networked professional in the streaming industry who allegedly faked a romantic relationship with Poki to get close to women in her community.
Someone that I and many streamers have been working with for years, someone who was also employed at a large company in the industry, has targeted and manipulated girls, specifically in my community, by falsifying a romantic and sexual relationship with me.
She explained. Pokimane went on to claim that the individual leaked privileged information he gathered from his job and threatened to harm himself if the targeted girls ever came forward.
A few months ago, a few girls in my community came forward to me with some concerns and asked to speak to my manager. They proceeded to send my manager countless screenshots and videos of their conversation with him, proving the lying and manipulation that was going on.
Pokimane said the person would approach girls in her community and tell
I'm gonna go feral with this fucking music in the background.
them he struggled with mental health issues to gain their trust before sending fabricated conversations between himself and her. He would then allegedly send fake explicit photos of Pokimane, hoping to receive similar images from the women in her community with whom he was speaking. He acted like he knew and hung out with me and my friends in person, she explained. This is someone I've never met. It's truly some of the most disgusting and deplorable behavior I've ever heard of. Pokimane stated that the person was fired after an investigation was conducted into their behavior. This wasn't even the first time someone who worked at Twitch was fired for sexual misconduct. And it seems like Twitch is clearly confused as to where they draw the line with sexual conduct. They want to promote body positivity in their hot tub section, which is very clearly softcore porn that promotes the culture of paying women to be lewd on camera. Twitch also makes a ton of money from this part of their platform, and that's all good and fine to support. But for streamers like Pokimane who just want to play games, they have to deal with the audiences of those lewd streamers who can just click one tab and harass Pokimane. But a lot of people...
It is not the own that you think it is to shit on other women to garner sympathy for some of the women. Most, especially Poki, but a lot of the women on Twitch have had such negative experiences with male audiences, or like male YouTubers trying to dunk on them, that they basically only look out for other women in the space. And if you speak to Poki, and you're like, rather like you watch any of her streams, she is very forward and very upfront about respecting other women and caring about other women. She doesn't want people to be like, well, Poki is one of the good ones. She doesn't want that. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I believe in sponge theory, okay? I'm coining this term. I am taking ownership of this term, chat. I believe in sponge theory. That I am grateful that these hot tub streamers exist because they soak up all of the weirdos that I normally would have to deal with. I remember when I was streaming back in 2019 a little bit, I had so many fucking freaks in my chat every day. And nowadays, I feel like I get maybe one, maybe two people a day that are weird. And I feel like most of those people, this is what they do. They open their new tab. They go to Twitch. Okay. They go to the categories on Twitch. All right. And then they look for hot tub streams. And then they click a random hot tub and they start being weird there instead. I haven't dealt with really, I haven't had someone come in and be like, oh, how much sex do you like? In ages. It feels like they all just go here instead, which I am very grateful. I don't want those people in here anyways. This is not the right stream. If these hot tub streamers are going to take these viewers, I am grateful for that. I'm so grateful. And I'm going to say something else as well, chat, okay? I'm going to say something else as well. Someone in chat was saying you don't think this is basically softcore porn? ? I just want to understand. I think basically all of these streams are 18 plus. Every single one of these streams is labeled 18 plus. What more do you want? What is the difference between that and porn websites? What's the difference? You go to a porn website. Are you 18? Yeah. So what's the difference? You know? Is this just a GIF? Yes. It's just silly. IMO. It's just silly. Okay.
People don't see it as harassment because the streamers are profiting from it. So then Pokey speaking up just makes people assume she is sensitive and annoying, and that she should be grateful that she is rich. Overall, it seems like she is fed up with all of this. She's streaming less than she ever has and still finding herself in the middle of controversies. And considering everything that's happened, all the money might not be worth subjecting herself to this bullshit any longer.
I do think it's really funny that this video is titled The Exploitation of Pokimane, and then he did exactly what he described these other people doing. He's saying, look at all these people who exploited her. Look at Gideon who exploited her. Look at, Atriarch who exploited her. Look at all these people, this guy who made this video. And then he does it himself.
LMAO. Hope she...
Oh, man. I think if he re-edit... If he made a few more drafts and he edited this script a little bit more... it would be a good video, but it just I just disagree, chat. Remember when Sneeko called him soy?